All right, it is time for some Olympics min 100 meter final predictions. Now, the Olympics are still a few months away, but most of the professional sprinters have already started their outdoor season, so it's a good time to make some early predictions given what kind of races they're running right now. So, what we'll do is we'll go through who I think will make it, will get each place at the final at the Olympics this year, from 8th to 1st. So let's get right into it. In 8th place, running a time of 10.06 in the final, I have Oblique Seville from Jamaica. Now, Seville has made it to the last couple World Championships finals. It's hard to tell what kind of shape he's in right now because he hasn't run very many races. So while I do think he'll make it to the final, I don't see any reason to think he'll medal yet. In 7th place, I have Fred Kerley running a time of 10.04. Now, Fred Kerley had a pretty rough season last year, not even making it to the 100-meter final. This year, with an Olympic medal on the line, I do think Fred Kerley might get a little extra motivation and make it to the final. But last year definitely makes me question his ability to win the final. In 6th place, I have Ferdinand Omanyala from Kenya, running a time of 10.03. Omanyala has had a solid outdoor season, or a solid indoor season, setting a personal record in the 60-meter dash. Because of this, I think Omanyala will be able to make it to the final, just like last year. However, the podium, I think, will still be out of reach for him. In 5th place, with a new personal record of 9.93, I have Abdul Hakim Sani Brown from Japan. So Sani Brown is maybe one of the more underrated sprinters. He's consistently made it to the 100-meter final, and this year looks to be no different, given that he's already run a 10.02 this year. And that's on top of the fact that he usually saves his best performances for later in the season. This makes me think that he has the potential to PR at the Olympics this year. In 4th place, I have Ryiem Forde from Jamaica running a time of 9.90, which would be a personal best. So Forde is a relatively young sprinter from Jamaica. He's not all that well known, but given that he made the World Championship final last year, and that he's already looking better than last year in the early season, I think he does have the potential to set a personal record at the Olympics and potentially run a quick time. So, in 3rd place, I have Christian Coleman from the United States running a 9.83. So, Coleman made it to the finals at last year's World Championships, but he didn't medal. But this year, I do think he has a good shot, still has a good shot at getting a medal, especially coming off a successful indoor season and a 60-meter world lead. So he definitely will be one of the men to beat at this year's Olympic final. In 2nd place, running a time of 9.80, which would be a personal record, I have Letsile Tebogo, or Teboho, as it's pronounced, apparently. So Teboho has yet to run a 100-meter race this year, but he's already run very impressive times in the 200, 300, and 400-meter distances this year. He is also the silver medalist from last year's World Championships. But only time will tell how fast he can run in the 100. I do think it has the potential to be very fast. However, in first place, running a time of 9.79, I have Noah Lyles from the United States. Noah Lyles won the World Championships last year with a time of 9.83. With a 60-meter personal record earlier this year, there's no reason to think that he can't also PR in the 100 at this year's Olympics. So that's going to do it for these predictions. Let me know who you think is going to win at this year's Olympics in the comments below.